Tamil Nadu has faced a massive tragedy on Saturday where 41 innocent lives were lost, and we have DMK Deputy General Secretary and MP who was on the field and who went to each and every home over there listening to the people who were grieving. Kanimozhi, ma'am, thank you so much for speaking to us. I'm terribly sorry to ask you this, but what did they say, the family, when you went over there?
They were talking about young men and women who were just starting their lives, who entered college, who just finished college, and started working, and a couple who were going to get married in a short time, and young mothers and fathers, the sole breadwinners of the family, and you know families were just torn apart, overnight, and it's the pain they were sharing, and it's like the mother is there, and young children, of 4, 5, lost the mother, and what do you actually tell them? How do you console them? There was a mother who could she I think has a problem
Yeah.
hearing, and she was trying to talk about her child. It was so painful to even watch her, because she couldn't even really express herself, and the struggle. What do you how do you make up for that?
I'm sorry that you had to go through that,
No,
ma'am.
no, not me. I mean, they are going through that. I what have I
We also saw the visuals that were like heart wrenching from the spot. And one bigger question that is being asked is that was there a reason, like what could have been done that this wouldn't have been avoided?
No, I don't think this is the time to be blaming anybody, because there is CM has appointed a one woman commission, and I think Madam is already on the field investigating. So it's not right for me to talk about what could have been done or what could have been avoided or anything like that. But I think when the police force gives us certain regulations and certain norms which we have to follow when we have a rally or anything for that matter, I think it is for us and the people. So it is not against us. We've also been in the opposition, and we've also had rallies then and protests then. And when government doesn't advises us about some particular place where they cannot give us, or it's not possible, or it's not safe, I think by and large all political parties follow it. And when the crowd is too much, and when they ask you to stop at a particular point, even before where the assigned point is, and there's an advice, we try to, at least think whether we should do it or not. We don't blindly say no. I think, the most important thing is to ensure that everybody is safe.
Well, we saw that the chief minister was the first among to reach the spot. But one question is also being asked about the leader of the particular party who did not, who had called for that particular meeting, not being there. You also earlier said, I think over anger or something, you said that he has fled the spot. But did those people over there, did they ask you about anything on that matter? Why their leader is not there as such?
Nobody spoke about. I mean, I think everybody else is asking those questions. People who are grieving are not. They just need people to support them, people to be there, and somebody to help them. And I think that is there. Even if the party which had the rally did not reach out. I mean, even the second rung leaders or the cadres are not there. I
They
think
were not there.
when I went, I did not go when the chief minister went. He went the same night. I went the next
Day.
afternoon, and even till then, I don't think I saw a single party functionary from TVK there. It was the rest of the political parties which were there, and people from across the political parties, the officers, and the medical support, they were all there. Ministers were there, and party leaders were there. I don't remember seeing one single person from that particular party TVK being there. Uh, you cannot, not be with your people. Yes, sometimes we are scared, we do feel rattled and we don't know what to do. But then the first response is to be reaching out to the people. That's what all of us have been taught. I mean, across the parties, that's the first reaction which is always there.
Be for the people.
Yeah.
You spoke to every grieving family over there. Were they asking you anything in particular? I know they were completely shattered. I saw the visuals that many were not even able to speak. They were completely petrified and such. But were they asking you something from that spot?
No, they were not asking us for anything. They just wanted justice for what happened. They wanted justice for what happened. And I think that's the least anybody would expect.
Sorry, ma'am, but that justice part has turned into a political fiasco right now, as one of the parties responsible and the opposition party says that they should go for a CBI instead of not believing on the one-man commission.
See,
How do you
they've
see
moved
that?
court for CBI. I mean, I don't think anybody can say what the court should decide. It is in the hands of the court. But I think already a probe is going on. So let us see. I mean, I don't want to say anything about whether we should have one or not. But I think whoever it is, they have to take responsibility, and there is justice which the families seek, and that should be done.
What kind of justice are they?
Whoever have been so irresponsible to be held responsible and brought to justice should be given to the families, because a CM has given relief. We've reached out and everything was done, but somebody has to take responsibility for what happened.
The chief minister reached the spot by 1:50 a.m.
Yes.
on that particular day. He was there the whole night. He also spoke on that particular matter and such. But the opposition is now claiming there is a conspiracy, and as the chief minister said, like those who are trying to spread fake news on the matter, them getting arrested, they are calling it as fascism. Do you have a response to that?
See, you cannot make everything into a political, opportunity. That is very sad that this is happening, and help the people, wipe their tears. You cannot make everything into a political opportunity. You cannot run away from your responsibility. And every political party has had rallies. So whoever is trying to, blame the government, are they saying that they are less than this particular political party? Because there was all the support which was given to them to have the Prime Minister has been there, their leaders have been here, and the leader of the opposition has been touring the state. And they've all had rallies safely, everybody has gone home safely, and the leaders have gone back safely. So are they trying to say that they are much less than anybody, that the government has to conspire against one particular person?
Ma'am,
And I really don't understand. The opposition leader has been again and again and again saying, ambulances shouldn't come into a rally. I mean, when we've been in opposition, ambulances come. Today, like last week in it was a public meeting. There was an ambulance, and we had to move the crowd, which was sitting on chairs, to get up and give. I think life is paramount of importance. You can't say that an ambulance cannot cross. If somebody's life has to be saved, stop speaking, move.
That is a very important aspect because that particular issue of the ambulance, we also got a report saying that nearly 5 ambulances were attacked over there because of a kind of a paranoia stating that empty ambulances were brought in. That also was being taken as a conspiracy theory. You were on the ground. What exactly happened over there? Did anybody tell you what exactly happened?
No, see, any political rally, there are ambulances brought in case of something. So, ambulances are still held some. Any gathering, you have one ambulance at least. So that suppose somebody, even if it is not a stampede, anything else also, some medical emergency, that you can actually rush the person to hospital. So you have to have a fire service, ambulance, everything nearby. And an ambulance was there and there was a stampede. So obviously you will have to move those people to hospital. How do you move them? Just because you have a political meeting going on, you can't say that ambulances cannot cross. You can't say find another way.
We saw the video. Even
I mean, it's happened to every political leader, and I think Mr. Edapadi Palaniswamy is the one who started this whole thing. He says that next time an ambulance comes into a thing, there will be repercussions. We will hit them and all. I mean, is this the responsible way? Today, I think when people, young people in a rally are being so violent to an ambulance, which is definitely never happened before. I think most of the fault is with him who started this.
I understand that you earlier said that you do not want to give advice to any other party leader, but we saw what happened over there. Vijay was standing over the campaign vehicle. He could not control the crowd. In fact, he was trying to throw water bottles, requesting the crowd to make way for ambulance, but that did not happen. As a senior politician, seeing that 41 people have died, would you like to say anything for budding or emerging netas when it comes to handling the crowd and the people?
I think just not us. Any political party, when it has a rally, I think their most important concern is that everybody has to come to the meeting and go back safely. That is their most important concern. I think if we start taking that more seriously and make sure that the place is where you're going to have the meeting is also going to ensure that nothing can go wrong, and you know your people better than anybody else, so you should select the place which is right for it. You should do it in a way where everybody is safe, everybody can go back safe. That is your, because you are inviting people. So I think to make sure that they go back safely, you know the kind of crowd you are expecting and mobilizing. So I think we should plan for that.
Right, ma'am. Thank you so much. That was Kanimozhi, who clearly says, put the people first. The Chandran, Pramod Madhav, for you today.